My name is Lowry McLean, and I'm chairman of the Wesleyan Assurance Society, which has some connection with this beautiful hall we're in today. Professor Levitt. Professor Samuelson once said that if you must forecast frequently. Getting the forecast right is a great attribute of a leader. Do you have anything to say on forecasting?
Well, I think economists are notoriously bad at forecasting. Let me divide economics into two pieces. There's macroeconomics, right? So what will happen, recession, growth in the economy, interest rates, things like that. Economists are terrible at this. And they're terrible at it because it's a problem which is too difficult. It turns out that that the dynamics that go into the macroeconomy are virtually impossible to predict. Changes are almost impossible to predict. If you look at the evidence, there's almost no one who exhibits over a long period of time any sort of skill at doing it. I think economists, at least at this point, have more or less given up on the idea of macroeconomic forecasting. And people do it because other people will pay money for it. But if you talk to academic economists, I think there are no academic economists who have great faith in the ability to forecast macroeconomics. Okay. Now the other side of economics, kind of economics that I do, is microeconomics. It's about individual behavior, it's about business behavior. And I think there you can forecast much better because the problems end up being simpler. Right? I can predict how people will respond to a government policy because they're responding to incentives. I can predict what will happen within a business, or if a business, what competitors will do when a business makes a change. I think that kind of forecasting, because it's rooted in a set of economics we actually understand, as opposed to the voodoo that goes in macroeconomics, can actually be quite powerful. But the thing is, the kind of forecasting that economists do is this macro kind, and honestly, it's worth about as much as they charge you to watch on TV when they give you their punditry.